Yo, what up, everybody? How's it going, Foolish? How's it going, Munher? Hope you guys are having a solid night. Munher was telling me maybe we should do a little listening to some of the music before we get into the interview, before we start the chat. So I think I might try that. What up, Holly? What up, Rosie? Thank you, everybody, for coming through tonight. Should be a good stream. Got Kari coming on for the first time. We got merch dropping soon. Just waiting for merch to get in the mail. Waiting for the samples to get in the mail from Georgia right now. Once the samples get here, I'll have the store posted up, and you'll be able to, to buy the first edition of the Talkin Truth merch. Pretty excited about that. We got more Pivot Gang coming up on the show next week on Tuesday. Actually, it's Wednesday. Wednesday at 6 p.m. We're gonna have Fresh Waters from Pivot Gang coming on the show. Pretty excited about that. So here's gonna be a song I'm gonna play. It's called Neon Bombs. This one's from Kari, the guy that we're gonna be listening or chatting with tonight. It has Hate Sunny on it. We talked to him last night. If you missed the interview from last night, everything goes right up on YouTube right after the show is over anyway. So feel free to go check that out if you missed the one from last night. He was really interesting to talk to. It was a quicker interview. He didn't have as much of longer answers, which was kind of nice. And I feel like I kind of formatted the questions a little bit better in that one, so it made the conversation go a little bit more smoothly. So I'm gonna try to keep on that pace there. Organize my questions a little bit more and all that. How much is the merch? I'm thinking the sweatshirts are probably gonna be around like 45, and then the shirts are gonna be around 30. 35, somewhere in there. It depends on how much I got to end up paying for them in the long run, but somewhere in there, I would say anywhere from like $30 to $50. It's not going to be any more expensive than $50, but we'll have a t-shirt and a hoodie available. Maybe a sweatshirt. So here's the deal with the hoodie. He's having a hard time finding the hoodies, so we may end up having to do a sweatshirt instead of a hoodie, but we'll see. Don't want to get too deep into the merch stuff yet since I don't have it. I can't wait to show you guys, though. I'm really excited. But here's Neon Bombs by Kari. We're gonna start the show off with a little bit of music first. What up, Anthony?
Wait a minute! Listen to me! The only way for us to solve our problems is to get together and to work together. So listen.
Wave bye to those that walk with a tag. Don't know when I go, but a rose gold cask. All I ask when I pass with the wind. Put it on, bro, told them pass me the fin. Acid, bicycle racks, invitations on open gates. My niggas got it on lock like a stolen safe. Used to know UFOs ain't only in space. Matter of fact, it's right here. Go run laps on laymen for light years to offer refreshment. Cause you know, courtesy can't account for the cost when the curtains close. But when it all unfolds, I know we hope that they heard of you and they heard of me. They wanna murder you, they wanna murder me. We let the blood spill, watch it follow with some emergency vehicles dancing with unbelievable odds. Like if this
I feel like he sounds like he doesn't sound like anybody either. He just sounds like himself, which I really like.
Navigating with my hands, got my feet in the sky. Probably bypass the plane, wave high to the attendant. Crashed into a jet, now they wondering where my limb went. But bet I make an end in by the time the end hit. Hey Nate, throw some horns on that motherfucker. Make a nigga praise the Lord in this motherfucker. Two hands together.
Wait a minute, was this produced by Nate too? Said Nate, go ahead, throw some horns on that motherfucker.
Till we burn out time. Till we burn out.
I gotta check the credits on this shit.
One step at a time. Took 2-3 steps with my niggas for the count. We made it from the ground. The quality well defined. Cause the vision is appealing when the stars align.
It doesn't say Nate on the credits for this on Spotify, but it definitely has his sound to it.
One step.
I take a bow, I'm off the stage, I pull the curtains tight. I'm way too solid on my dollar like I'm Dolomite. I got a cup and what I'm sipping on this rojo like to see. I might just leave about the globe tonight. I'm moving down the city and I see the smoke is blending the sunset. My mind is overcrowded, put the city at on rest. My piece of my piece at a time, don't know where the dogs went. You niggas not militia, you not even a subset, but
Look at this Wemmy Mo. I gotta get Wemmy Mo on
Honestly, no
program.
worshiping this shit that I own one now. These niggas, they be so foul. These bitches, they don't go now.
He's got a really early Kanye sound to it, honestly.
Up in your town. I've been mixing records in this bitch like I'm from Motown. Ran about the pack and then we went and took some more pounds. We'll come around, gon' go around, it go down like.
I'm gonna send him the invite. He's here right now, so let's just bring him in. Hey, what's going on, man?
Yo, what's going on? My computer was speaking, so I just joined.
You're good. We were just playing. We were just playing Neon Bombs. Everybody was fucking with it in the chat. They liked it.
Oh, dang.
How's your night going so far?
It's going pretty good. I just left the studio with some friends.
Nice. That's always good.
What about you? How's your day going?
I didn't really do much today. I just played a little. Well, cleaned the house this morning, and then played some Call of Duty. So and then got ready for the interview. So I've just been chilling today. Pretty decent. Can't complain. Just a heads up to anybody out in the chat too. I'm only like $16 away from being able to cash out for my subs on stream. So I'm trying to get 10 subscribers for the stream tonight. If you're not subbed, please sub. Gift some subs. Do whatever you need to do. I appreciate Kari coming on tonight. We're gonna get the interview underway now. Just go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit to everybody in the stream. Let them know who you are, where you're from, everything like that.
Yo, what's up? I'm Kari. I'm an artist, rapper, singer, producer, whatever you want to call it, from the south side of Chicago. I also do some organizing work for Fortune House, a creative company. And yeah, that's me.
Hell yeah. What would you say is your favorite thing about being from Chicago?
Probably like the social culture type. Like, I feel like I don't know. I just like the people a lot, to be honest. Like, in like the summertime, like being like the summertime in Chicago is like something like, you know, everybody wants to embrace, like going to the lake, you know.
Yeah.
A bunch of summer shit.
It's funny, actually. I heard when I was in the studio with Stock and Femdot, they were making a song for Stock's new project, and Femdot said something that kind of stuck with me, and it was Chicago has everything that's amazing about the world and everything that sucks about the world all in one place. Like, you got beaches, but then you got like all these like shitty traffics and all the shitty traffic and all the roads and shit. But like, you got at every end of the spectrum, something great and something terrible in Chicago you can get.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Oh shit. So what makes hip hop important to you, man?
You know, really, it's, to me, the biggest thing is being able to get free. And I think like through hip hop, folks are given the space, you know, specifically Black folks are given the space to you know, exercise that freedom, you know, just given like the circumstances that got us to this point, got us to this country. I think, you know, hip hop is an extremely important outlet that, you know, we can use to express ourselves and, you know, relate certain things, you know, relate our experiences and just stuff like that. You know, I think it's important.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely probably why you're involved with Fortune House then, right? Can you speak a little bit on just being involved with them? Because I was at one of the protests that I was at last year, was actually put on by Fortune House, and I was just like in awe of how amazing of an entity that is and what they do, and just kind of speak on them for a little bit for me.
Yeah, it's crazy that you can say last year because it still feels like, but yeah, well, basically, you know, Fortune House is an organization centered around kind of cultivating, you know, a creative like ecosystem, you know, and really providing a space for like-minded, you know, creatives amongst different mediums to, you know, express themselves. And we've done work on the activism front because we feel there is an inherent like creative nature to imagining, you know, the way we think, you know, government should work and stuff like that. But, you know, for the most part, we're pretty centered in, you know, the arts.
That's fire. What are you currently working on yourself? Are you do you have like a mixtape or project coming out, anything like that? Or are you working just on stuff with friends, or what's you currently doing?
Well, I've been doing like a couple different things. So like, I don't know if you know, but like Nate Gus and I, we started working on this tape maybe 2 or 3 years ago. So we're just getting ready. It's been finished for a while, but we're getting ready to release that in the coming months. And like, aside from that, like working on some other projects, working with uh, some of my friends who are instrumentalists on more like live music. So yeah, just getting ready to put the tape out and like some other smaller side projects, EPs and stuff. So that I'm excited for.
That's fire. Do you have like a set date, or you just kind of like? I mean, do you like to put pressure on yourself like that? Like this needs to be done by this date, or you just kind of whenever it's ready to be put out and when you like it, you're gonna do it.
Uh, Definitely want to be like deliberate about timing and stuff and like when certain marks are being met, but also like I like to leave room to just like explore and like create and not really think about the pressure of getting things done by a certain time. So just really trying to like I try to like exercise that kind of middle ground.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So
Yeah, shout out Brandon, Simon, Anthony, all you guys in the chat. I appreciate you coming through. Can you guys still hear him okay? I know somebody asked to turn his volume up a little bit. I tried to turn it up as high as I could. So just let me know if you guys can still hear him okay, if you can. Are you you are an independent artist, correct? You're not signed to a label or anything.
yeah, no, I'm not signed to anybody.
Is there has there ever been any kind of talks with anybody, or is that or do you plan on staying independent? Do you have like an overall like goal as far as like possibly signing to a label goes?
I think that's what I'm all about is freedom. So in whatever way I can like retain that freedom, I'll try to do that. But if a contract was to come into play, ultimately it would just have to make sense. I'm not opposed to being in a contract, but it just has to make sense for what the goal is.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's really what's to it for real. But it's a lot of stuff that go into that.
definitely. With all the COVID shit that happened last year, did that affect your creativity at all? Did it maybe help your creativity? I feel like it definitely almost made me like learn how to pivot a little bit more, like utilize my skills in a couple different ways, because like everything just kind of came to a halt. So how did that affect you?
I feel like with having to, spend more time at home in quarantine and all that, I was given the space to really, I guess, like get more comfortable with myself and get comfortable with creating by myself again. So I do think like it helped because I cranked out like a lot of ideas and like I kind of like regained a sense of like creative like confidence and being able to do things like by myself. Because like prior to COVID, I wasn't really spending much time like making music by myself. I was always going to the studio with Nate or whoever. But yeah, like I'm really grateful for having that time to create by myself.
Yeah. What exactly made you want to start making music? Was there like a song you heard and you're like, shit, I could do this? Or was there like just a particular artist that maybe inspired you? Or how did that happen for you?
I really think it is a thing to like want to be what you see type. So like when I was younger, like three years old, I remember like watching the Jay-Z Fade to Black documentary on TV, and like I found myself like mimicking, his mannerisms, it's like anything that dealt with his performance, I kind of like mocked, and like I think from that point, I started to try to like do it for myself.
Okay.
So definitely like I think Jay-Z is what sparked it for me, and like yeah, and like a little Bow Wow for sure. And then like at a point like I bought like a little, or my mom bought me like a little Mater notebook, and that's when I started to like try to like actually write raps around the age of like 6. And then later
wow.
I learned to like actually structure raps.
That's cool. When was the first time you got into a studio and like felt confident enough to either start recording or like even got the opportunity to use some of the equipment and stuff?
My first time ever recording anything, it was like when I was like 7. But I didn't record like a rap or anything. I just like recorded over a song. Maybe like I think I did like a little vocal section where I just
Okay.
like was talking some shit. But like the first time I actually like got in the studio for real, like an actual studio, I think I probably was like either 14 or 15.
Okay.
But I've done like a lot of like home studio things. Like I got my first like recording equipment when I was like 12, 13. I kind
Yeah.
of like used my birthday money to get like a little USB mic and like was using like Audacity to record myself over different instrumentals and stuff at the time.
That's cool. Can you remember the first like the first piece of music that you bought that you owned, like a CD or like some kind of shit on iTunes, or like what was the first music you paid for?
Uh, Probably like when I was like 5. Like I didn't pay for it because I'm 5 and I don't have money. But like my OG, I asked my OG if he could buy this Chris Brown album. Like I think it was his first album. I
Okay.
think it was like a self-titled album. But that was like the first CD I remember like actually having ownership over.
Yeah. That's cool. What's the most rewarding thing about making your own music?
Mm, I don't know. Like I think ultimately it's like having that clarity that you get when you release something.
Mm-hmm.
I think, you know, that, you know, what I can think of immediately, that's like the most rewarding thing. Cause like to me, like music is like very therapeutic. And like when I'm able to get across or let out, for lack of a better term, certain ideas, it's very, very much a thing of clarity that comes after.
If you're having like a rough day or like just having like a shitty day, is music something that you automatically turn to try to get yourself out of that funk, or is there anything else that you would usually turn to try to like just pick yourself up for the day?
I don't like immediately turn to music. I kind of like think about what it is that I'm feeling
Mm-hmm.
first, and then like whether like it be like a couple hours later or like maybe a day later, a couple of days later, I'll allow that to, you know, translate to what I'm doing like musically. But yeah, I like to think about things and process things before I like. But you know, it's not one way to convey what you feel. But like that's kind of like my like process. I like to think about it.
Yeah. How does your writing process look for a song? Do you have bars written down in like a little book that you wanna put in a song in the future, or do you just like kind of go in and listen to the beat that you're gonna write to first? How does the process look for you?
It's kind of like it's evolved over the course of me, you know, uh, just being a writer. But like I used to like write to no beat, like on paper with like a metronome in my, and then like it got to a point where uh, I would just like be in the studio and I would write as like the beat was like being made. And like right now, that's kind of like where I'm at. Like, and like you know, there are times where I may think of like a line, and I'm like, all right, this is a bar. Let me write this idea down, and I can figure out how I can like fit it in rhythmically to some piece of production or whatever.
Yeah.
But right now, like it's I just like generally write to beats as like they're being made. So yeah, that's
You want some
that's
truth?
kind of where I'm at.
I'll tell you the truth.
Oh yeah. Hey, shout out to Foolish, man. He just gifted he just gifted 5 subs to the channel. That's awesome, man. I might be able to do that cash out later tonight. And then we got a new follower on Facebook as well, Erica. Thank you so much for following. I appreciate everybody rolling through. Another question for you, Kari. What does success mean to you? Have you attained it yet? And like, yeah, what is it? What is it to you?
Success to me is true freedom. the the freedom to travel, the freedom to, I don't know, to experience the things that you want to experience, the freedom to explore the world, the freedom. I don't know, just ultimate freedom, really. Like that's what success is to me.
Is what do you think separates you from other artists as far as like your abilities or your music goes?
Um, I'm not really sure, like in terms of like what like my process looks like. But I think like what I can say is that, you know, anything that I do is like a reflection of what, you know, I'm feeling, and like it's no more, like no less than like who I am, you know. Um, and like that may not be the case for other artists, but I can say for myself that like whatever it is that you know, make it, it's purely a reflection of who I am. Um, and I think me being an individual, that experience that I'm able to convey is unique in itself, and I think that's, you know, the kind of like differentiation factor or whatever you want to call it, way to separate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Do you think there's anything you like really needed to work on, or like is there anything that you think like if you really focused on this, like you would definitely be a better artist?
I think like, you know, it's always more to learn.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think I'll ever stop learning about music and how to just like establish, uh, you know, a closer relationship to music, um, and my ability to, you know, relate certain things creatively and musically. But yeah, like for starters, like just trying to get more familiar with different instruments and, you know, stuff like that. You know, just trying to learn different instruments. Really, that's where I'm at right now. And like, you know, always, you know, trying to become like a better writer. You know, reading and picking up different pieces of literature. So just yeah, just constantly trying to learn. Really.
Is there something like that you learned last year that kind of sticks out to you at all? That maybe you're really thankful that you were able to pick something up from last year that you may be able to like implement this year.
Uh, just like, I don't know, just really, I guess like the importance of listening to yourself
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to what's in like my capacity to do like creatively in the moment. And like with that, that just means to me like understanding like when and how to capitalize on like a certain energy that may be present when I'm making something, and knowing when, like, you know, it isn't there, and like not trying to, you know, force it, you know.
Yeah.
So that's, you know, like that's like my takeaway from last year, and just like understanding like what space is conducive to me doing something productive creatively, like my headspace, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's fire. We got a good question from the chat actually. Foolish who said, "Who are some of the people around you that inspire you the most?"
uh, my friends, uh, Brooklyn, crazy bassist, instrumentalist, um, the homie Dre Isaiah. Um, we've had some opportunities to cook up. Uh, really, like all my friends inspire me, to be honest. Like, yeah, like HL, you know, Sonny, my homie Drew, uh, my homie Jero. Just uh, really talented individuals. Um, yeah, yeah. Those are I don't know, I can name 3,000 people.
That's funny. That's literally exactly what Sonny said last night. Is there like I asked him this same question? Is there somebody that you're proud of recently, and what did they accomplish? And he just basically said I could list like basically everybody, every one of my friends, everyone that you just listed as well. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How do you stay true to yourself? Has it always been something that's been difficult for you to do? Did you learn how to stay true to yourself from like a life lesson? How does that look for you?
I don't know. I've just kind of always kind of like been in tune with myself,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So
Yeah.
like, and like I'm like really sensitive to like the thought of like doing something that I can't identify truly with myself just makes me uncomfortable. Um, so yeah, that's just kind of how I'm wired, to be honest. Like, yeah, I don't really know. I can't really do nothing. I can't really do nothing that's not me.
Word.
Cause I don't want to do nothing that's not me.
Yeah. Life's too short for that shit.
Yeah.
You got advice for anybody that is gonna step into the studio for the first time?
Uh, shit. I guess like I don't know. What would I say to myself? I guess like maybe like don't overthink it. You know, understand that things don't have to be perfect right away, or things don't have to be perfect at all. Don't try to over systemize what it is that you're doing. Just make sure that you can stay in touch with the way something makes you feel and build on that. I guess.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And to always to not cop either. Like, don't get in the studio and just start capping. Like, but yeah, I guess like that's my advice.
Hell yeah.
Be yourself. Be true to yourself.
The next few questions I got kind of introduce you to the brand, to my brand, Talkin Truth, a little bit. The tree is a really integral part of Talkin Truth in general. It represents growth, and from the roots all the way to the leaves, there's 4 parts to the tree, and they all represent something. The roots in particular represent your core values. So what would you say would be a couple core values that you learned as a kid that are really important to you still today?
A couple core values, I guess, like exercising, self-awareness, uh, uh, just certain values, being kind, being aware, being considerate, being curious, hardworking, stuff like that. I guess. Yeah, I guess those like are the kind of core values that I can think of immediately. Yeah, and also I guess like those are the things I can think of immediately.
Word. The next part of the tree would be the body of the tree, and that would represent your friends, your family, the people that you keep around you that help keep you up. So can you just speak on the importance of how maybe a friendship can make the music better in the studio?
Yeah, I definitely think it is a thing for folks to get trapped inside of like their own perception with certain things. So I think it's good to have real friends around and friends that will not only encourage you and praise you when you do something great, but friends that will challenge you to do something better than what it is that you're doing if it isn't at the best point that it could be. So yeah, it's definitely important to have people that you can trust and people that trust you around, people who want to see you actually be the best that you can be at whatever it is that you're trying to do.
Hell yeah. The next question, or the next part of the part of the tree is the branches, and that represents the experiences that you've had in life. So can you just maybe speak on an experience that you've had recently that has benefited you, like in a positive way?
Recently, mm, maybe like traveling out of state with my friends, and us like going like hiking. And I guess like when we were hiking, we kind of had like a mutual, I guess, like epiphany about what we feel, um, about like, you know, how we can identify God, and how we can, you know, I guess like carry out life in a way that's most desirable. So yeah, I guess like that moment has benefited me because it gave me perspective, and it gave me the energy to I guess like carry out a lot of the things that I want to do going forward in my life. Um, yeah.
That's fire, man. And then so the last part of the tree would be the leaves, and that's the lessons that you would take from those experiences. So can you just speak on, I guess, a life lesson that stuck with you that you maybe learned as a kid from I don't know, just an experience that you made that sticks out from your childhood that you've taken a lesson from that you still carry with you today?
Um, well, I'll just say something like generally, because I don't know if I can like immediately identify an experience from
Mm-hmm.
when I was a child, but I guess like overall, like um, you know, through you know, through being a person um, that's I guess like so giving, um, I've learned to not compromise, uh, just like you know my energy to uh, appease like other people, um, if it isn't being you know reciprocated. But really just yeah, just like not compromising yourself to uh, appease others is like a big lesson, and understanding when things are healthy and for you and when things are unhealthy, I guess. Like,
Definitely.
yeah, that's a lesson that I've learned just throughout the course of life.
Awesome. What does truth mean to you?
That's a really deep question. Uh, that's true. I guess like the truth is the undeniable nature of something. Um, you know, so that may be kind of vague, but I think like that can be applied to many things. Um, so yeah, it's just like to me, it's just like the undeniable nature of something.
Yeah.
Like I may need to I may need more time to actually like think of like a definition for that, but because it can be uh, you know, I think it takes consideration like for different like contexts. Um, yeah.
Do you think there can be different truths like from so I mean people have different perspectives. Do you think that like the truth of something is like that one undeniable thing can two people like if two people think different things are like you know like I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I know because like I guess like even thinking about you know uh just like the world that someone else may live in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like their perspective, and you know what would be the opposing view to that. For example, like uh if right wing extremists thinks that uh or I don't know, just thinks some like distorted thing about, maybe like our immigration policies, maybe that maybe a right-wing extremist thinks that, immigrants are coming here doing a bunch of things that can't be proven statistically. And, those stats are the undeniable truth. But I think it is true for a lot of people to exist in their own beliefs. Yeah, that was just like an example I tried to think of. But
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I appreciate you like expanding on it a little bit. That's kind of all the questions I have for you, man. I really appreciate you coming on. Would you have maybe a message to yourself in a couple of years? Like any advice for yourself? Anything that you want to like maybe look back on and say, hey, man, damn, I said that to myself. That's crazy.
I don't know. Maybe just one word. Love, I guess.
Love?
I guess. Yeah.
Hell yeah. You gotta spread love, right?
Yes. Spread love. Give love. All that.
Are you a believer in like giving love and you'll get it back? Like it comes back around?
I guess so. Honestly, like, I guess like you'll receive the energy you project,
Yeah.
but I don't think it's cool to do things with the intention of getting something back. I think,
Yeah.
it could be done just purely, from the heart, I guess.
Word. Yeah, no bad intentions behind it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, shit, man. I appreciate you coming on. If there's any like ever a release you want to talk about or anything, let me know. I definitely would like to have another chat with you again soon. It was good chatting with you, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
For sure. All right, take it easy, my guy. Stay safe.
Peace out.
Hey, that was Kari. Appreciate him so much for coming on. Thank you so much, Foolish, for gifting 5 subs. I'm pretty sure that might put me over the cash out limit. That would be tight, man. I appreciate all the interaction. I'm sorry if I missed any questions. My chat stream over here is a little fucked up sometimes. I'm streaming on multiple platforms, so it doesn't always send the messages through 100% or like immediately. So I'm sorry if I missed some questions that you guys sent in through the chat. I try to catch them as soon as they come through, but the Streamlabs, I'm still getting used to the multi-streaming on Streamlabs, so we'll get there though. We'll get there. Again, we got another interview on Wednesday set up for next week at 6 p.m. Central. That's going to be with Fresh Waters of Pivot Gang. And then again, we're going to have merch dropping soon. I'll have a t-shirt and either a sweatshirt or a hoodie dropping. So be ready for that. I'm very excited for the merch. Very excited to share that with you guys. It's going to be limited edition. You're going to get a numbered piece of whatever you get is going to be numbered and everything. It's going to be only on sale for this month, pretty much, for like 2-3 weeks, something like that. Just waiting for the merch to show up in the mail. Thank you, Brandon. I appreciate you. Thank you for stopping by, Holy Foolish, Anthony. Who else is in here? Munher, definitely. Simon, I saw Simon in there. I don't know if he's still here. Shit. If you guys got Twitch Prime, please use your Twitch Prime sub. That would be dope. I gotta make this cash out as worthy as possible. Hope you guys have a solid evening. We'll see you again on Wednesday, maybe a little sooner. We'll see if we can get another interview scheduled. Hope everybody has a solid night. And if you guys have any music suggestions, anything, always hit the DMs and Instagram.